I've been thinking about running for president, as you know. First of all, I don't have any money. My net worth, I think my bank account said $10. So, that's, if it costs money to run for president, then probably won't get very far unless you take me out there into the world. I would become the first mentally ill president of the United States. I think that's special. Having said that, people with PTSD, people with severe anxiety disorders, sometimes they can have gifts. And one of those gifts is to be an empath, meaning be empathetic towards others' suffering. In that way, I think I'd make a really good president, because I don't see the world as other countries. I see the world as people. And I see us all in this thing together, because if a meteor comes, like the show Salvation, which is really good, by the way, and, blows up the earth and it does, nothing matters anyway. Or if we destroy the world with pollution so that there's no vegetation for the animals and they start eating us, like in Zoo, another good show. If we don't take care of the earth, it's going to be gone. And I really don't know where I was going with this, except that we're all in this together. Every error that's grave that happens, like oil spills and something, it affects everybody. But that's really not where I was going with this one. I was thinking about UN meetings. I don't know what they call them. But when everybody from other countries who wants to come, and who is invited, I guess, can come and sit in this absolutely ugly, sterile environment where everybody's in a circle, I guess. I mean, I think I've seen pictures of the UN meeting, and it doesn't look like very much fun. So I figured, how about we rearrange the desks like I used to in my classrooms. We throw everything out the window, not really, but the ideas, and we bring all those tables together with tablecloths and make it look like a restaurant, and there's flowers everywhere. Everything looks so pretty, and if I'm hosting, in the United States, then I would send out beautiful invitations to anybody's UN people to come, but it's a potluck. So, like, if President Putin wants to come, he needs to bring baklava. And if the president of Mexico, who seems very nice, by the way, if he wants to come, he better bring tamales. I could make cinnamon rolls really good. Oh, India, bring curry. I mean, that's a given. Everybody come with some food that is shared. And so we're at this UN meeting, but it doesn't look like one, because it looks like a restaurant, where all these people are getting together that are just regular people. They might be leaders of countries, but they're still human beings. Human beings like to eat. It's like breaking bread in the Bible. Even if you don't believe in the Bible, there's stories in there about breaking bread and how important it is to serve a meal. It's like Italian families, Russian families. So many families for generations. The Greeks, oh my God. All these nationalities said, come over, we've served you food. You know, I mean, it's just a hospitality thing. That's a good thing to do. So that's my idea for the UN meeting, hosted by me, the President of the United States. Even saying that out loud is bizarre. It's because I'm bizarre. And I know President Trump got elected because, well, I don't know why, but that's not where I was going. But he's not a politician. I was raised with a politician, but I don't think that counts. That's my idea for the UN meeting. I think we're going to have a real discussion on what each country needs and what each country wants. Everybody, I'm going to be the teacher. I say, all of you, Prime Minister from Canada, oh, please come. You're just so handsome. Hey, I'm a human being. I'm going to hand out a piece of paper with lines on it and pencils or pens. I'm going to say, okay, everybody write down one thing they want for their country and one thing they need for their country. Go ahead, write it down. Everybody done? Raise your hands. Australia, what are you doing over there? Hey. Oh, sorry. I'll go around and I'll say, is the thing your country wants something that will harm somebody else? If it is, erase it. Because that ain't gonna happen. Let's say you're a country that wants to take over another country because there's gold there or something. And so you're gonna conquer that country, make everybody a slave, and take all their gold. That ain't gonna happen. I will not be part of or allow one country coming against another and causing harm to its people. Now, if one country says, you know, that extra acre over there, that 1 acre over there in their country across the fence, that's really ours. You know, I might say, you know what, give them the acre. If it's going to make them happy, it doesn't do you any harm. You still have 9 million other acres. And then the things they need. Do they need food? Do they need water? Do they need jobs? Do they need their country to stop having war? And then all the United Nations discuss, how can we help that country? Has anybody thought that maybe we should be helping the people in Mexico and Nicaragua? Because all their people are coming into our country, and I don't mind that. But there's a reason. We need to be helping the people that are south of us as much as we help people that are east, west, north of us. I think there should be a wall, but it separates entry points so that the people who are coming into the country need to go through one of these entry points. And there are drug, weapon checkpoints, you know, things like that, so that those things don't get into the country. Human trafficking. And then once they have gone through that checkpoint, then there's another building right there. And you say, okay, now go to that building, and they're going to help you locate your family or get you on a job search list, get you on a housing list, to help them get situated. Those are a few of my ideas if I were president. I'm sure there'll be more. However, I'm going to want a glass booth around me all the time while I'm out, because even when I'm in my house, I'm just going to walk around in a glass booth, a bulletproof glass booth. I'm paranoid enough in my house, let alone going outside, let alone running for president, let alone being a woman running for president, let alone having different ideas. The way I would look at same-sex marriage, things like that, I would say, is that a human being? And does that human being want to marry that human being? Oh, okay. Then yeah. If it's a donkey and a man, or a rhinoceros and a woman, I would probably say no, because the rhinoceros is not a human being. I think you get where I'm going. I was only going to do one idea, and they just keep coming because the other thing is, this country, when I was talking about the wound question before, this country has a deep wound. And the KKK doing a rally is a no-go, because free speech is free unless it harms another person. And I mean harms them, cuts them deep. There's no room for the KKK to demonstrate in our country. I can't change the way everybody thinks or believes, because that is your right to believe anything you want, to think anything you want. If you think you're a mermaid, more power to you. I'm happy for you that you have crossed over from being a human with legs, and then when you get in the water, you have fins. Excuse me. So I think that's cool. But if you are going to open up the slavery wound, you can only expect anarchy, because you've cut open the wound again. And nobody should be able to get all excited about slavery in front of people whose ancestors were slaves. What do you think is going to happen? Free speech is great. If you want to talk about all those ugly things behind closed doors, or that's your right. It's not your right to cause pain on others. I was thinking last night about the people in Barcelona that were killed, and I thought, the Bible says that some are taken early to prevent them from the evil that's to come, paraphrased. So if ISIS thinks they are harming those people, what they're really doing is saving them. The new show, Wisdom of the Crowd, That's the perfect idea. Enable citizens everywhere in every country with the tools to watch for the criminals. You know, an app where who they're looking for goes on everybody's phones. Have you seen this person? All of a sudden, you've got billions of eyes looking for somebody instead of just your police force. And that's another thing. The highest paying jobs should be the people that protect us. We should have massive police departments. We should have massive fire departments. We should have massive military. Because those people are the ones that have committed their lives to protecting us. And so we need to pay them, and we need to just completely increase their numbers. I've overloaded you, I know, I apologize. Oh, I thought this video was over. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Bye!